100 years ago today, a massive fire tore through East Nashville, wiping out almost everything in its path. The Great Nashville Fire is one of the largest disasters in Nashville history, but it's one that often goes unrecognized. New at 10, News Channel 5's Emily Luxon and photojournalist Angie Dones look at how the tragedy helped make the neighborhood what it is today.
I think people are really proud of East Nashville.
It's a community known for its character and creativity.
I'm out.
There's an independence and camaraderie, if you will, that has just made it special.
But 100 years ago, East Nashville's strength was tested by one of the biggest disasters in the city's history.
You think of the tornadoes and you think of the floods, certainly, and this is definitely one that should be on that list.
At Metro Archives, the story of the Great Nashville Fire comes to life.
This is right after the fire. You see a giant pile of rubble there.
Archivist Drew Mahan says around March 22, 1916, a small fire broke out along First Street.
So we had two things happening, very dry weather and very high winds, 50 to 60 miles an hour.
The path of destruction grew to more than 35 blocks. One person was killed, thousands were homeless.
It was the first time in Nashville Fire Department history that every single station was called for a fire, so that's how big it was.
Flames wiped out the Warner School, the firehouse on Woodland, and damaged or destroyed several churches. At the Edgefield Baptist Church, the fire still resonates with members.
So let's pray.
It's part of our history, and it's a part of our community's history.
While in the fire's path, the church survived due to the quick thinking of church member and Nashville Fire Captain E.T. Holman, who in the middle of the chaos organized bucket brigades.
It's just a fascinating thing to read about how it was done with people just, let's just save the church. Buckets of water, just keep them coming.
The approach also helped save the Tulip Street Methodist Church and St. Anne's Episcopal Church.
You look around at the pictures and it's ruins. It looks like World War II, but the churches are standing strong.
After the fire, the Edgefield neighborhood started to change. Many moved away, while some stayed and started over.
If you look all around it, every house here was burned.
Mark Manner's home on Russell Street escaped the fire with only damage to the roof.
And this house was next to the church, and supposedly a bucket brigade saved the church, and that probably kept his house from getting burned to the ground.
This is one of the first big things East Nashville had to recover from, and they did a very nice job.
The fire also sparked other new additions to the neighborhood. East Park emerged from the ruins of burned homes, and a new fire hall was added on Holly Street.
Hit your corner.
With time, the area rekindled with new life, thanks to the community's resiliency.
Certainly changed the community and brought some people together as well.
As East Nashville takes on the challenges of the future, the lessons of the past aren't far behind.
And the original cause of the fire is actually still debated. Some reports say a little boy was playing with a ball of yarn when it landed on a hot stove and caught fire. He then threw the ball out of the house onto the grass. But other reports say sparks started at a planing mill. The total cost of damage was $2 million, and that's about $43 million by today's standards. Carrie?
Wow, love that history lesson. Thanks, Emily.